No company could ever benefit from pressure stifling the potential talent of its greatest asset, its people. The largest and most prominent of companies need to be increasingly proactive when it comes to managing the pressure that its employees experience and the performance of the organisation as a whole. GlaxoSmithKline is one of the pharmaceutical industry leaders. Headquartered in the UK and with operations based in the US, the company has 6.3% of the world's pharmaceutical market. GSK has a leadership position in anti-infectives, respiratory and vaccines, and has a growing portfolio of oncology products. The company also has a consumer healthcare portfolio comprising over-the-counter medicines, oral care products and nutritional healthcare drinks, all of which are among the market leaders. GSK cares about the impact it has on the people and places touched by its mission, to improve the quality of human life by enabling people to do more, feel better and live longer. In response to this, GlaxoSmithKline has successfully been running a pioneering approach to managing health for optimum performance. Most notably, the approach was recognised as a beacon of excellence in stress prevention in the workplace by the HSE in 2003 and awarded the Personnel Today Health at Work Award in 2005, as well as being recognised by the Prince's Trust's International Business Leaders Forum as a leader in the field of stress management.
We've focused on probably one of the greatest risks that all businesses have, and that's mental ill health. We have looked at the data and have seen that the amount of impact, both in terms of productivity and in terms of actual money spent by businesses and societies on mental ill health, is tremendous. And as a result, we've put together a set of tools that are targeting both the organization and the individual to understand what is driving the pressures that people face and how to help people manage those pressures more effectively, and how to help business leaders remove or minimize the pressures that are affecting people adversely, those pressures that are within our control.
In GlaxoSmithKline, we understand that resilience is the ability to be successful. And that's successful really as an individual or in the team or organisational context. And we say that it's the ability to be successful in the midst of our business reality, which is high-pressured, fast-paced and continuously changing. So we recognise that people are working under conditions where they really need to be able to keep themselves healthy and focused, feeling energetic and passionate about their work. And through the Resilience Programme, we're looking at the components that will help people to really feel well and perform to their best.
The Personal Resilience Program is actually a key component of our total resilience strategy. And it focuses on assisting individual employees to actually engage them in the work of the company, as well as building satisfaction with their own personal life, whether that's here at work or at home.
Well, what we're trying to do is to support all of the GSK employees worldwide, of which there are over 100,000 actually, in 116 countries in the world. So what we're trying to achieve is a focus on resilience being part of good management practice, no more than that. It isn't an intervention, it isn't an initiative. And our expectation is that we will educate managers to understand the importance of the dimension of resilience, both as a risk assessment and also a healthy high performance opportunity. In other words, to support the team meet their business targets and in fact exceed them, and we are seeing evidence of that as well.
We're just beginning to move this across the world, and our acceptance from people has been wonderful. They're excited about the program. It's been beneficial for them as individuals, and we've had that same experience around the globe.
To date, we have over 10,000 people who have already taken an online assessment, which is the starting point. And this online assessment is available now in 10 languages. We approach this as an offer of support to managers so that they can check whether there's a cultural fit or not. because we're very well aware that very often something which has been developed in a UK or a US setting will not automatically translate and drop well into another cultural setting.
When a team goes through team resilience, it's really that they're going on a journey, and it's an ongoing journey. So it starts really with assessing of where are they at the moment, and to do that the team complete an online questionnaire, really looking at where are the sources of pressure, what's the effect of that pressure, and how engaged are they. And we're measuring engagement by looking at how proud they are, how much they enjoy their work, how innovative they can be, and it's then followed on by a facilitated session, which is either facilitated by an external person from the team or for the manager themselves.
What we're finding as we look at this data is that about a quarter of our sample are showing evidence of being highly engaged and highly resilient. These people are going to be sustainable for the long run. They have energy, they have focus, their own goals and the organisational goals are aligned, and they are really the jewels in our crown.
Employee Health Management is a GSK department who describe themselves as Occupational Health Plus.
In the simplest of terms, our goal is to understand the impact of ill health and positive health on the performance of the business, as well as the impact of the processes of the business, the behaviors of the leaders and managers in the company, and the culture on the health of its employees. So when we fully understand that, we can direct our activities and our services to improve the quality of life, the quality of health, and return to the shareholders a good return on their investment in our group.
The challenge that GSK faced was in ensuring that the way in which pressure and performance is managed is consistent. They didn't want to create healthy pockets of the organisation, with other areas being left labelled unhealthy. This was no mean feat given the sheer size of the task.
The triage approach really is how we get the information when a team has gone through an assessment, and we look at that team and see what are the pressures in that team, and we break them down into a very simple red, green, amber kind of assessment, red being more of a team in trouble to green being a team that really is coping well with the pressures that it faces. The health and safety executive recognised GSK's programme as being sort of leading edge. Our relationship with them is that they know we have a great programme. They know we have issues within the workforce like any other company. So if we've got a great programme, they expect us to drive it through the organisation. And we've committed to them that we would.
GSK realised that to be effective was not only to be consistent, but to provide something that could be sustained by the people themselves, particularly line management.
Now, the purpose of resilience is to keep your mind healthy, so you can live a life and be effective and do what you have to do. All the pain is in the present, so sometimes it is useful to go back to the past to get some rest and some relief. Head-banging rock music does it for me, big time, Led Zeppelin in particular. I love it. Why am I really talking about resilience? For three things. The first is to let you know that there are these tools there, you should use them. The second thing is I passionately believe we should be using our resilience tools every day to get up to this high-performance team. We should all get out of our comfort zone to move this business forward, to liberate the true potential of this company. The third thing is that you can't just use the resilience tools. I can't expect hundreds of people in GMS just to use these tools to solve this problem. They have to have a vision for the future. And in GMS, we'd already started to paint that picture. And we called it the Vision Factory.
When we're looking at what the effect the workplace pressure is having on people, we're looking at a pressure performance curve that was saying that for people to perform, they have to be under a certain amount of pressure. But it's a very fine line between being in the optimal level of performance, which we call the stretch zone, and being in strain. Our pressure performance curve goes from boredom to comfort to stretch to strain to overwhelmed. And people are now using the language of the pressure performance curve, checking as to whether people are finding that they're beginning to move into strain and feeling that the pressure's getting to them. From an organisational point of view, we've noticed that we have reduced work-related mental ill health by 60% since the introduction of this programme.
My responsibility, obviously, is to drive this programme through the UK, through the 20,000 people, the 20 sites. But of course, I'm only part of the global picture. There is the US, and there are guys working out there globally to put this programme out. And the really heartening thing is that it really seems to go into any culture, any language, and being really quite accepted. So that's really heartening for us.